hit the mics in case we need the mics. Yep.
I got some of these things. I ain't never took them out the box.
Oh, these here? Let's stick that one on you. All right, guys, we're coming.
Stuck them over. No, yeah, come on, put this thing. You know, I got some big old hands.
All right, guys, y'all come on in. We're a little bit behind, but we are here. So we're gonna get started in just a few minutes. Give it our time to hop in.
Polk County, we here. I'm not gonna say Haines City because where we at Dundee.
We in Winter Haven.
This Winter Haven?
This is what I got a Winter Haven address.
Okay, y'all. Hey, yeah, hey, Winter Haven, we here. See, I can't do like Glow. I sit back in that seat. I'm gonna be asleep.
You're gonna be quick. I got another thing of this. I can see my on it better.
It's a mouse going.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's delayed. It's delayed over there.
It's delayed over here, so yeah, definitely delayed. All right, guys, we're gonna get started in just a few minutes. I'm gonna let some more people come in, and we're gonna get started. Run a little bit late, weather bad, of course. So we're just getting started. So I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to tap in, get on, and we're gonna get started. Hope you guys having a great Wednesday. Give y'all time to grab y'all your beverage. Go get y'all something to drink and something to snack on. And me and James gonna conversate here for a little bit. They There's a shot glass over there. The red cups are in the pantry.
Yeah, give me a red cup.
They're in the pantry.
With a little ice, I'll be good. We ain't gonna make it too strong enough because I got a long way to drive, but we got to go and eat some food.
I told Mary that you was probably hadn't had a chance to get nothing to eat because you had got off and you came on down here. So
I got off. I have to get my puppy straight. They got to come outside and check everything out.
How many you got?
I got 3 of them.
3 of them. I'm gonna wait till you get settled with your beverage, and then we're gonna get started as soon as he gets settled with his beverage.
I'm good.
I want some more people to come on real quick, get them set. Can you guys hear us good? Because I'm using the microphone. So can you let me know if you can hear us? Somebody put in the comments if you can hear us. Now, if you're watching us on Facebook, welcome Facebook viewers. If you're on YouTube, because I'm live on YouTube as well, welcome YouTube. And if you're watching us from TikTok, welcome TikTok users. So we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're also on TikTok tonight.
She make it too strong.
So can somebody let me know if you can hear us talking good? Because I got the mics, want to make sure they're working. So somebody type in and let me know that you can hear us on Facebook. Okay, Janice say yes, so we good to go. All right, so we're gonna get started. I want to welcome everybody back to the next episode of the Glow Factor. Today we got an inspiring guest, James. He's actually the owner of Pugh's Outdoors. His journey is one of true resilience from facing different life challenges to turning it all around and building a thriving outdoor business. James' story proves that your past does not define your future. And I'm excited for you to hear how he made the transformation. James, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Great, great.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing out there? Y'all know what it is. Hey, Glow hit me up. I say, let's do it.
I asked him and he said, "Tell me when." And I'm like, "Okay, I like that."
I tell everybody this is not my first rodeo. Y'all got to check out some of my other podcasts. And, you know, when I come, I bring that heat. You just gotta listen. The main thing my mom would always tell me, "Well, you don't listen. You're gonna listen every one day. So guess what? Y'all need to listen today."
Gotcha, gotcha. So the first question that I always ask whenever I have guests, I always ask the guests. So I'm gonna ask you this question, James. Who is James Pugh? Tell the people. Tell me who is James Pugh.
Okay, basically James Pugh. Um, we gonna take you way back. Um, you a lot of people probably say, "Oh, we never heard this guy." Then all of a sudden, he came out of nowhere. So I used to be the shy guy, hiding behind my dad. You know, missing them because I kind of like grew up in Lake Hamilton because every Saturday, every Sunday we was out there because my dad's best friend is James Wade. So everybody used to think, oh, we always see him in Lake, we always see him in Lake Hamilton. So hey, that shy guy, all of a sudden, once I got to high school, you know, being that when you're from a small town, you really don't get that exposure. So once I finally got the exposure, around about the 10th grade, I started coming out of that shell. The shyness started going away. Learning people. You start, like I said, three years, you start getting used to your surroundings. So by the time before I got to the 12th grade, I'm not gonna say I was famous, but I became kind of popular. So basically, that's who James Pugh is. As everybody know, I got a little trouble at an early age. Uh, not straight out of high school. I think after my first semester in junior college, I went to Pope. So don't get it twisted. The boy got some education now. Don't judge a book by its cover. Just think that, hey, oh, he's just a regular street dude. He came out of nowhere. Your boy got some education. So just know when you talk to me, it's deeper than the streets.
Okay. Cool. So thank you so much for that. So the first thing I want to dive into is I know, and most of us know that you do own a business, but I want to go back before the business. So can you take us back to life before Pew's Outdoors? What was going on in your world
Um, Before or after incarceration.
before, leading up to that? Like, yeah.
Well, basically, Haines City, um, we all came from the fruit grove background, so everybody was looking for a better life. And after the fruit grove came McDonald's. After McDonald's, um, everybody was tapped into the streets. So some kind of way, I found my way down there through Wayne Marlowe, and you know, I took my last little McDonald's check and kind of blew it because I really didn't know the streets. So I learned, and like I said, Wayne Marlowe, he helped me out and say, hey, this is how you got to do it. So I paid attention to him, introduced me to the other guys, and we all came together. And next thing you know, I'm up and rolling. So um, one thing I learned in the street will teach you this, and life will teach you this. Don't never look for somebody to back you up. If you look for somebody to back you up, it's not gonna go well. So one day we had this guy, big guy from Wayville. I'm not gonna call his name. Everybody know him.
Okay.
He came through the street. He flooded the street, gave everybody a package, except for me. So I said, okay, that's what I like. You know, I've always been passive aggressive. So my thing was, I got these 20 guys over here. He done gave everybody packages, wouldn't give me none, which that was fine because that turned me into the hustler that I am today.
Mm.
So 6 months, fast forward 6 months down the road, that same guy saw me, and he saw all his little buddies out there. They had to ran off on the plug, and guess what? He was ready to deal with me. I'm like, brother, guess what? When I didn't have it, you didn't want to deal with me, so guess what? I'm gonna find somebody else. I'm gonna deal with the hometown. I'm gonna deal with the big homie from Haines City. So I went with him, and we just kept it moving. We just kept it moving.
And then somewhere down the line, something went wrong.
Yeah, always something. Hey, I tell any and everybody, something gonna always go wrong. It never fails. Never fails now. Everything can be going good, and all of a sudden there's gonna be a bump in the road somewhere. So as the bump came in the road, it landed me 12 and a half years in federal prison. So uh, upon me getting released, before I got released, um, when I walked through them doors, 1989, FCI Memphis, big shout out to FCI Memphis. Y'all know, uh, I had to leave that character. Everybody called my street name was Jit. So I had to leave him at the front door. Had to leave him at the front door because I didn't want to go inside, come back out, and be a worse criminal than I was.
Mm.
So I wanted to become a businessman that really didn't have to go out and do illegal stuff to come up with money. So I had to practice from the inside out. So basically what I did, I took every class that I could take. I read every book, every magazine, anything that I could put in my hand because I needed to change my vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to come back out here with all the cuss words or go in there and learn some new cuss words when I could come back out and be speaking positive because now I want to be an impact. I made a mistake, so I told my mom, "Don't cry." Guess what? When they get tired of looking at me, they're gonna let me come home. I was always prepared to do 10 years. I used to always tell myself, I can do 10 years standing on my head.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone I know I have to do an extra 2.5 to go with that 10. so so like I said, um, got inside Memphis, Tennessee. Never been away from home, that far away from home, 16 hours. So my mom said, "Oh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?" I said, "Mom, guess what? I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. Don't worry, because a lot of people don't understand when you go to prison, you put pressure on your parents. A lot of time that's the same pressure they're gonna put your parents in the freaking grave." So I said, "Sweetheart, don't worry. I call you every day. I don't care if it's a 1 minute, 2 minute call. I call you every day. Just, hey mom, I'm good. Hey mom, I'm good. Hey mom, I'm good." So fast forward, you settled in at Memphis, running to one homeboy out of Lake Hamilton.
So let me just ask before you go there. So when you go to federal prison, you can go to like any state. They don't put you in Florida. You go.
They
I
can
don't know. So I'm just asking.
they can send you anywhere, sweetheart. They put you on an airplane,
Uh-huh.
and wherever that freaking airplane ends in your destination, they're gonna make sure you get there. So mine was Memphis, Tennessee, 1990.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So don't just think. I'm gonna tell y'all out there. Don't just think that if something happened to you, you're gonna be in Florida. Because you could be in California, you could be in Texas, you could be in South Carolina, you could be in Minnesota, you could be in Kansas,
Oh wow.
Mississippi. You could be anywhere.
Okay.
So
Okay.
basically the thing was, oh, let's punish him. He's a kid. Let's punish him. He'll get scared. He gets scared. He want to go home. Whatever. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. Drop me in any city. I'm gonna figure it out.
Gotcha. So you met a homeboy. I'm sorry, I interrupted
Yeah,
you.
I met a homeboy now.
Mhm.
Basically when you hit the compound, you really don't know nobody, so I gotta try to figure it out. So my homeboy Roy Clemens. I know y'all know him up out of Lake Hamilton.
I don't
Okay.
know Roy. I
You
don't
know
really
Roy?
know a lot of people,
Yeah.
but you know Roy Clemens.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Hey,
you know
hey,
Roy Clemens.
hey, everybody know Roy Clemens. One of the other guys that I met when I first got there, he said, "Man, you got another homeboy here from Polk County." He said, "Yeah, Lake Hamilton." So I'm like, "Well, go and get it." So he came out,
You can look at some of these comments too. I mean, if you want talking, keep talking, but we got some comments.
No problem, no problem. So Roy, we went over to Roy Dome. Roy came out. He said, "Man, I know your daddy, man. You used to be around the Jane Wade." I said, "Yeah, I used to be around Jane Wade." So hey, once you know you got a home on the compound, things kind of ease down for you. But my main thing was not to put pressure on my parents, so I had to figure out a way to make money so my mom wouldn't have to worry about it. So my, as coming up as a little kid, my mom used to always teach me how to cut all my little homeboys' hair, cut my little homeboys' hair. So, them guys, they were complaining, man, we can't get in the barbershop, long line at the barbershop. So I said, man, let me go up there and see if the mail will let me in. Yeah. Hey, only thing he can say is no. So I heard him say, man, ain't nobody coming in here. Ain't nobody coming in here. So I went up there the next day. That man said, you can cut. I said, yeah, I can cut. He said, come on in. If you can't cut, I'm going to kick you up out of here. Got up in there, and guess what? Your boy could cut. Your boy could cut. Hey, I landed my spot up in there. And this one old guy, he told me, when I first got there, he said, son, let me tell you something. What's going to make your time easy? He said, brother, if you grease that wheel, it'll turn. I never could figure it out. Then somebody said, it was money on the compound. So we had rolls of quarter. So the same CEO that let me up in the barbershop, I cut one of the boys from Detroit, one of the big guys on the compound. He ran everything on the compound. So whenever he come get a haircut, he dropped $40. So that's 4 rolls of quarters. So I'm like, shoot, we're gonna grease the freaking wheel. I went in there, put my box up. I left 2 rolls of quarters up there on that freaking desk. Hey, that's the best thing I could have ever did in my life. Guess what that man said? You got your spot in here, brother. You got your spot in here. So, hey, all through my 12 and a half years incarcerated, I cut hair, I sold clothes. That was my thing. So, hey.
And sold clothes?
Sold clothes. I made clothes.
You made clothes?
I can make clothes.
What?
Yeah, I'm a tailor.
You're a tailor? Okay, I didn't know that either.
So with my baby, so my baby says she's fashion fetish. I've been into fashion.
So have you made anything for a baby?
No.
You
No,
haven't made?
I ain't made that for her.
You haven't made nothing for her. Okay, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. So I said baby. I said, has he made anything for baby?
Not yet.
Yeah.
But she coming down, she see the sewing machine. A lot of people, they come in, they see the sewing machine. At my first house, I used to have a bag that I made, a backpack, a mini backpack, backpack purse. So a guy used to always come by my house, man, what is the symbolization of this freaking backpack that's hanging on your wall? I said, I made that. He said, you made that? Yeah, I made that. He said, come on, man, you make that over. Let me see that thing. He said, man, you didn't make this. I said, yeah, brother, that's how I survived.
Wow.
That's how I survived. So basically, I became the pocket man. I was the barber, and I was the man that make the pockets. And if anybody know federal penitentiary, you got to make your stuff look like it was bought on the street. You can't have no Jimmy Jam, no freaking no freaking stuff look like just somebody just stuck a sock in your pocket and stapled together. So it gotta look authentic. If not, they're gonna confiscate it as contraband. So
okay.
One thing I did learn is that your worst critics are gonna be the people in prison.
Okay.
Your homeboy, everybody else. So if you put out a bad product, everybody gonna know you have a bad product. So what I did, the way I learned this pocket game was I took a pair of Dickies. I said, okay, I've been in mechanics all my life, through school, even out there at Janeway, I've been a mechanic. So even up under my dad. So my dad would always leave me assignments. Say, take this out, take this out. So if you can always remember this right here, this is key to life. If you could take it apart and remember how to take it apart, how you took it apart and put it back together, you're good. So I broke these Dickies down and I figured these freaking pockets out. I made them pattern. Once I made that pattern, it was a wrap. So after the pattern, did a couple of them, came up with a good price. Therefore, I'm not price gouging nobody, but I'm making good money. So when you got a compound of 1,500 people, you do the math.
So even from a little kid, you always been about the money, like
You
getting
know,
that money, getting that money.
no, life was all about a hustle to me
Uh-huh.
because I didn't want to be dependent upon my parents.
Right.
You know, even when I was at the picking fruit and my dad moved on to construction, I would go by call Scott dad at the house and say, hey man, Jimmy, pick me up tomorrow.
Hmm.
It's a holiday tomorrow, ain't no school, pick me up. So I would catch the bus. That's how I ran into all them guys.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask you this question. So while in federal prison, like what year or how long you had been there when you decided, because a lot of people that go to prison, they decide they're gonna come out and be, they had made something gonna be better. When did what was the turning point for you to decide when you do get out,
Mhm.
you're gonna go a different route? Like did you automatically know that or was that over the years or when you got out, you were not going to be doing the same thing you were doing when that put you in there. You were going to try to be legit.
Okay. When they gave me the 15-year sentence, I said, okay, I got to do 12 and a half or 15. So I need to start now.
Okay.
If I start now on practicing being legal and run it down to 12 and a half years, so when I get out, I'm not worried about what the next man get.
Okay.
I'm not worried about catching up to him.
Hmm.
I'm not worried about trying to be him. See, now I'm I'm broken all the way down. I'm built back up.
Okay.
So the skills that I've learned over the last 12 and a half years, everything I done read, I'm on fire. So one of my homeboys, a couple of my homeboys up there, you know your name, Jamaica, Buku, they say, man, don't even go back to Haynes. Said, man, just come on to Orlando. We're gonna make sure you're good.
Hmm.
There's some guys I met back in 1990.
Okay.
Yeah, they said, come on to Orlando and we're gonna make sure you're good. And hey, God be my witness. Them guys made sure I was good. I don't like I say, I don't ask people for money. I never did that because I don't want to get into that what would you call it? I don't want to get that in my mind to say, okay, if I need help, I can call somebody, I can call my
Okay.
homeboy. I don't do that. Even to the day, I, one of my nephews put up a post put up a post say, don't lend money to people that sleep more than you. And I understood exactly where he was coming from because um, being in the business that I'm in, you have guys and workers, people that know you from the neighborhood. Hey man, you think you come by and spot me there? You think you come by and spot me there? I hate to even much go there, but I had to tell them. I said, hey, if I start lending money, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
It's gonna cause a problem. That's why they got Amp Scott up there. They got automatic check cashing places, loan, payday loan, all that bull crap. Hey, man, go and see them because it's gonna be a problem.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's some hard money for them to pay back. And not saying that everybody have bad intentions, but it's just the fact that you got money that you didn't work for.
Mhm.
So you're not gonna be that adamant to try to pay it back.
Pay it back.
That's the way I feel about it. Somebody else might feel different,
Right.
but that's the way I feel about it. And you can ask any of my homeboys, have Pugh ever asked you for any money? Have Pugh ever tried to, man, I don't do that. Hey, my lady tell you,
You don't do that.
hey, she'll tell you, I don't want you to play that bullcrap. I don't want you to call my mom, my daddy, and say, hey, I need this right here. I don't do that. Guess what? When I need money, I go in there and pray to God, and I go out there on a freaking selling spree. I can sell some freaking jobs now.
Okay.
Oh, I can talk. I can sell some jobs. That's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what got me in the federal penitentiary at the age of 18.
Okay.
I know how to sell.
You know how to sell. You're a salesman.
I know how to
You're a
sell.
salesman.
Trust me.
So how did the idea of Pugh's Outdoors come about? Like, what made you want to get into the business that you're in?
Um, Basically, how Pew's Outdoors came about. Formerly named DNR, formerly named Mr. A to Z.
Okay.
When I first touched Orlando. Okay. Me and my ex-wife, we were staying in a little apartment in Silver Cove right there on Silver Star. Everybody knows Silver Star.
Silver Star is Silver Star.
Hey, Silver Star, how was Silver Cove. Hey, So I started working at a car wash.
Mm-hmm.
I was they gave me so many days to find a job once they let me out of they had me Ocala once I
Is
left
that like a halfway type of thing?
half
Okay.
so basically want half of your money. You got to work.
You gotta work.
So I said okay. I said okay. They put me at a wood yard in
Mm-hmm.
Ocala
Okay.
and with a freaking tent top and boy it's summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I was so freaking hot up on that thing. And hey, guess what the wages were?
What was it?
$3.75 an hour.
And you had to get half of that. And you had to get half of that.
$3.75. Hey, 2001. I'm like, man, y'all ain't caught up with times. He said, hey, that's what it is. You want to take this or you want to go back to prison?
So the year you got out was
2001.
2001. Okay.
And you know what's so significant about the date that I got out? Okay, count back 1989, Mother's Day weekend. That's when I got busted. So count 12 and a half years down the road. Hey, I got out Mother's Day weekend on freaking Friday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that made your mom happy.
Yeah, made her happy. She couldn't believe it. Yes, sweetheart. I'm home.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, how you was telling me about how it came about the Pew's Outdoor.
Okay, how Pew's Outdoors came about. Basically, big shout out to Mr. Hammer down at Hammer's Auto Salon. Y'all check him out. Hey, the man been there. I've been home 24 years, so he was there. He was there before I came home. So he probably scraping about 30. Uh, uh, he's out of Chicago, and I tell people. Matter of fact, I was telling my workers this morning. I didn't know nothing about detailing a freaking car. I knew how to wash a car, but that man taught me how to detail a car. Door jam, cracks, everything. He taught me that. He said, hey, Jake, it don't pay a lot of money, but it'll keep you out of prison. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing: when you get out of prison, the people know you can't find a freaking job. They know you can't find no job.
Right.
So I think they gave me 2 weeks to find a job. So I'm walking up and down Silver Star. You know, my mama done bought me some clothes. I got them a fresh dickie. I'm clean. So I think if I go up into a mechanic shop or put an application here and there, I'll find a job. Walking up and down Silver Star, catch the bus, and it's hot. I'm like, son of a gun. Something told me, said, man, go back there. Because I see the cars going by. I said, man, what's going on back there? So I walk back there, pull up on the little man, Mr. Will. I said, hey, brother. I said, hey, I'm gonna tell you my story, man. I'm just getting out of prison looking for a job. You know, I gotta keep the people off my back. You know, and don't need to be trying to run around with freaking homeboys because I don't do that. So he said, hey, I get James. He said, what's your name? I said, my name's James Pugh. He said, okay, I'm Willie Hammer. Hammer Auto Salon. He said, I'm a Chicago native, but I came out here to open up a car wash. Got my nephew, got my son working for me, all that. So I said, okay. So I said, so I'm hired. He said, yeah. I said, okay. I called my lady. I said, hey, I got a job. She said, well, you got a job? I said, yeah. She said, well, at the car wash. Oh, there ain't no freaking job. I said, man, hey, bring me some clothes. I'm finna start washing cars. Now. So hey, fast forward. My motto was when I got out, don't try to apply no pressure nowhere. Take your time, brother. Take your time. Walk slow. So that's what I did. I was patient. I was going out there probably about probably about my third or my fourth week. You know, weekends always big. You know, them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is slow and slow. And then you can be rubbing on somebody's car. They be telling me, yeah, man, do a good job, man. I'm gonna give you a good tip. Hey, you come out to freaking tip $5. I'm like, oh, you can't smile like this. I don't want no money. So so it's just like I say, you know, I pray hard. So I prayed and God told me, man, take your freaking clippers down there. Take your clippers down there. Know this now. I'll never like to step on no toes. I took my time. So I've been there about 3 weeks. So I went out there with my little clipper bag, a bag that I made, handmade, designed by me. I done sold 1,000,000 of them joints. So I went out there with my clipper bag. He said, hey, what you got there? said, I got some clippers. I said, man, you cut hair? I said, man, you tell me you're a barber. Because me and him used to sit out there on a little bench every day. I'm taking it out and show you that bench. Hey, we sit on a little bench every day. And I told him, I said, hey, brother, let me tell you something. When Orlando figure out who I am and what all I could do, watch me. He said, they all say that. They all say that. So, hey, when they see me now, I'm always digging in my pocket. Put this in your pocket. Put this in your pocket. He said, man, I still can't believe it, Jay, to the day you sat right there on that freaking bench and told me, watch me. Yeah. So after that, I pull out my tennis skills. I take one like a 10 months. Like, you know, I just
dude, Jack, I'm gonna trade.
Hey,
You didn't even got to the outdoor fitness yet. You doing clipping, you brushing cars.
Hey, when that man said a tip job, $150, shoot.
That was like, okay, that's what I need to be doing.
I said, let's go. Got my freaking razor blade. I found me a tip distributor, and I didn't know nothing about the heat gun trick that they use. The fingers, so I called the guy back. He teaches class. So he said, man, your lady take across there and put your heat gun. You look for the fingers. It's the little air bubbles. You heat them. You don't want to heat too much now because you're burning. Heat it, and they're gonna start going together and the tip gonna flat down. I called him back and said, boy, I got it. He said, you got it? If not, come down here. I'll show you how to do it. So I said, I got it. You know, just the fact that God was put people in my path that was willing to teach me something.
Not being gatekeepers.
Not being gatekeepers. You know, right. You know, and another thing, they weren't black, they were white.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's all about how you speak to people when you go into an establishment. You greet them. You don't go in there and say, hey man, I need you to show me this right here. Say, hey, how you doing? How you doing? I need to come down here and get a price on some tent. I'm new to the tent game, so I'm not up on the new school way. I'm up on the old school way. You go to Sky, that's buy your tent and buy your little razor blade. He said, no, it's different. Now he said, you got to get your glass, a cut glass that you cut off of. I said, okay, that's good to know. So fast forward from that, it was a girl that was coming to the car wash, getting a car wash. Nicole, a white girl. Big shout out, Nicole. You know what it is, sis. Deltona, stand up. So something told me to go back behind Kmart. It was Kmart then. So I said, man, it's a mechanic shop. You know, you can't see you can see the door, but you can't really see that it was a mechanic shop. You see the little things that Penske. So I went back there, and oh my God, the freaking the boss man was Puerto Rican. So she was white. She was at the counter. He's over there. I said, are you hiring? He said, oh no, we're not really hiring. I said, well, let me put an application, brother. You never know. So I put an application, mechanical skills, but you have to check yes for felony. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? So you have to check yes. So if ain't nobody now fighting for you, you're gonna just chunk it to the trash. So the girl Nicole had to saw me down at the car wash, washing on car. So she said, man, get a man a chance, you never know. So I'm gonna show you how people at shops do you when you young, black, and you know, they're already thinking that you don't know them. So basically they said, okay. She called me, she said, hey, come on down here, they're gonna give you a job. But they're gonna do like a trial basis to see what you do. So I said, okay, cool. Well, I called my lady and said, hey, I got another job. You ain't got no freaking job. I said, yeah, I got another job. So well, I said, Penske, mechanic. So dropped me off the next morning, went up in there. They said, hey, we got a Winn-Dixie band out there, need a water pump on. I've been around Janeway, I've been around my dad, I've been around my daddy, Janeway, Squallow, Baytime, Mule, the mule off Power Line that the police killed. Yeah, been around all them. So I said, man, put me on. I said, man, so we had a Asian guy, one, we had Ken, We had Gary, um, Big Terry. We had all them. So they said, hey, if you knock that out, we know something. I said, okay, give me some tools. So they rolled a little tool, and said, hey, make sure we get that back. Not a problem. Hey, knock that freaking job out 2.5 hours. They were like, wow. He said, where you say you been for the last 12.5 years? And you get out here and knock this thing out? I said, man, come on. You never forget. Go back to what I told you. If you can remember how to take stuff apart, you can always know how to put it back together. Mm-hmm. A photostatic memory. So that's something that the government or the penitentiary couldn't take away from.
I'm trying to keep up now. Now we added mechanic. Keep up with me, Mel. You guys, you can do everything. Go ahead. Okay, we on mechanic now. We done been car washing. Now we don't move to you applying for another job.
Yeah. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So hey, check this out. Okay, they still trying to see where Pugh's outdoors came from. So upon me being at the mechanic shop, I graduated from the back up to sales.
Oh, that's your expertise.
That's my expertise. So you know, their target every day was trying to sell $10,000. They want to sell $10,000 whether it's tire. You know, sell at an oil change. Oil change just to get them through the door.
Right. So then they put all the other you go bill when you get into an oil change. I know it.
All that so that's just to get them through the door. So they need somebody that can sell some tires. Somebody sell some tires, sell some alignment, sell some, axle jobs, some, we didn't do motors. They want to do stuff that's quick. They can get it out the same day because they want to be able to count their money. So brakes, they love brake jobs. Mm-hmm. They love brake jobs. But my thing was I wasn't trying to price guys no more. I would see some of the bills come out $4,500. Man, I done did that job. They probably made no more than about $450. So we got I end up at the front counter, and every time women coming in, you don't know no good lawn, man. You don't know no good lawn, man. I said, man, and I heard it so many times. Mm-hmm. So then it started ringing a freaking bell. So my mom would send my dad up there every day. Every day she'd tell him, watch him. He gonna make some money. Watch him, keep your eyes on him. So my dad would sit out there in the lobby waiting on me to get off. I said, man, Dad, everybody come up here like they can't find no freaking lawn, man. So I said, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go and buy me a push lawnmower, buy me a weed whacker, buy me a freaking edger and a blower. I said, I'm gonna book a job there, and you come up here and show me what they're looking for. I need to see what they're looking for. So we did a cleanup job for a lady. But she didn't even pay me. She paid me the first half, and then she never did give me the second half. But I didn't let that discourage me. I kept on going. Mm-hmm. I kept on going. So the tool guy that I was buying tools from, he said, James, you up front now? I said, yeah, I'm up front. He said, well, I can make you some cards. I said, you my man. I said, how much? He said $25. I got my printer at home. I have them for you want to come back next week. So he made me some card. Guess what my name was?
What it was?
Mr. A to Z.
A to Z. Okay.
A to Z. So
I can see it.
Yeah. So basically, what I started doing, I started passing them cards out up there while I was at work, and then all of a sudden, I hadn't got me a few clients now. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, this freaking job stopped. It closed down overnight.
The mechanic shop.
Okay. Closed down overnight. So I was left out there. I was left out there to drown.
Gotcha.
But thank God I had to set me up some clients, and I just kept continuing on from there. And I was back at the car wash part time, and my home in Jamaica had sold me a van. He had a carpet cleaner van. It had a big old rust spot in the side. I still remember that van to this day. He said, "Man, give me $300 for that freaking van. You can have it." I said, "Shoot." I said, "Can I give you $100 at a time?" He said, "Man, however you want to do it, man. Just." I said, "Okay." He said, "Come get the van." Best freaking van I had in my life. Hey, Hey, it wasn't the prettiest thing now.
Oh,
But
but it ran good.
that's something gonna ran good. I tell my daughter Bud all the time. I said, girl, if you saw that old regular van and your daddy had a baby down between the seat in a freaking car carrier. But hey, when you hustling, when you grinding, you gotta do what you gotta do. I didn't just walk out of prison, wake up, buying new vehicles, buying high dollar lawnmowers, high dollar bobcats. It didn't happen overnight, y'all. This thing been going on for 24 years. So so that was the birth of it. Like I say, it was A to Z, and then when I finally got licensed, because people want to start seeing license.
Mm.
We want to start seeing license. Now check this out. Now I got a good one for you. Okay, that $300 van I had,
Mm.
I didn't have no insurance on it now. Hey, 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 I was bow legal now. Hey, playing against my probation, but guess what had a good tag on it? My trailer.
Mm.
I had to bought me a 6x12. Shout out to Classic Trailers. I ran into them a few months ago. I did a job for them after probably about 20 years.
Oh, okay.
Hey, shout out to Classic Trailers. Hey, y'all did me justice. So so hey, you got the grind, till you get there. So like I said, the van that had no insurance on it, it wasn't the prettiest thing in the world. It was white and it ran. It didn't have no AC now, so don't be talking about, oh, did it have air? I'm surprised anybody came on there and said, did it have air? No, it ain't have no freaking air. Wind that window down. Yeah, wind that window down and get it. So like I said, and then I realized everything was about the look.
Mm.
Everything was about the look. So I ran that van for 5 years, saved my money, kind of graduated along the way, got me a zero turn. Eventually, I gave that A to Z card to a guy. I used to have automotive. Um, what it was, I didn't have them in line. I had it. People ain't know what to think that I did. So he said, if you go cut grass, you do cut grass, clean up, uh, rake leaves. You put all that on there so people know, okay, this man will rake leaves, this man will cut grass, he'll trim my hedges. So just put the right people in the right place.
Okay.
So and giving me some good clients. Now I had some good clients, and I landed. I tell you this right here, though. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, start giving me a few clients, kind of like out of the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I ended up getting a client named Maureen Winger. Big shout out to Maureen Alexander over there. Home from Rome. Hey, that's my family forever right there. So I ended up getting me a client, getting Maureen Winger as a client, and she had friends in high places. And, I always tell people my story because I wouldn't want nobody else to go and tell them that, oh, you've been in prison for 12 and a half years. They'd be like, why you ain't never tell me? So I told her, she said, do you know Bruce? I said, no, I don't know freaking Bruce. Who the heck is Bruce? She said, I'm gonna introduce you to Bruce. I said, okay, cool. I said, I know Cynthia. She said, I know Cynthia. I said, oh my God, here we go. Small world. She said, okay. She said, I'm gonna call Bruce. So, I ain't think nothing of it. Mm-hmm. So, what she did, she called Bruce and said, hey, got a guy, Cynthia, he don't know you, Cynthia. I said, oh, Cynthia? He said, let me call Cynthia and see. So he called Cynthia. So he said, this guy you sent away, back, wait, 12 and a half years ago. Hey, a freaking coincidence, girl. I'm telling you how God works. The same people that you see going up that freaking ladder, you're gonna see them coming down. Then you might see them again. Hey, Bruce called Cynthia. The first thing she said, his mom's name is Ernestine. That's the first thing she said.
Mm.
Yeah. And, you know, I was so fresh on her mind because after 11, after 12 years, I filed a freaking compassionate motion to the judge saying, hey, I've been here since I was 18, ain't never got in no trouble, none of that. Compassionate motion, just straight from the heart. They always say speak from the heart. And you know, I learned how to type in school. I've never been no dummy. So I sat up there in the law library, I typed that song gun up and sent it in. And guess what? That man sent me a thing back, said immediate release. Huh?
Wow.
What? It's always a freaking button.
But what's the but?
Hey, that freaking prosecutor, she saw that thing said release. She came back and hit deny. They got more power than the freaking judge. Hey, right then I knew, well, you can't beat them. You can't beat them. So, hey, I done gave away all my stuff. I done gave away my radio, gave away all my shoes, gave away all my sweat, all my shorts, gave away all that bullcrap. I said, well, I'm going home. This now you go back down and leave right now.
Oh my God.
Hey, so once that happened, my counsel said, hey James, tell you what I'm gonna do. He said, I heard you got immediate release. Prosecutor shot you down. He said, I'm gonna put in for your furlough. See if they give you a furlough. Because he said, even if you got to do the other 6 or 7 months, you eligible not for a freaking furlough. So I said, okay, let's go. Hey man, put in for me a furlough. They granted me the furlough. So they gave me a weekend to come home. My parents had to come and get me.
Okay.
Yeah, from Jessup, Georgia. So they did that. They kind of like gave me a little break. So I said, okay, I can go back now and do another 6 months.
Okay.
And then I'll be out. So it's crazy, but getting back to the story, well,
Cynthia. Oh,
yeah,
like Cynthia and Bruce.
Yeah, Cynthia, Bruce, and Maureen. So I'm like, man, how in the world I get a chance to meet back up with these people? So Maureen called me. She said, hey, Jane, I spoke with Bruce. Bruce spoke with Cynthia. So she would like to see you. Okay, no problem, no problem. She said, you're not mad? I said, no.
So this for everybody to follow. Who is Cynthia?
Cynthia is the
prosecutor.
United States prosecutor.
Okay, that one that denied you. Okay.
And that's the same one that gave me all the time.
That's okay.
Back in 89.
So Cynthia is to say that she will see you. Okay, that's getting juicy. Let's go. What happened next?
Okay. So Maureen said, what you want to do? I said, sweetheart, just set it up. Just set it up. She said, you're not mad, they want you. She said, now you know they gonna have everybody down there because they want to see the reaction. That's what everybody waiting on, the reaction. But see, just like I told them, I said, hey, if I wouldn't have been out there doing my job, they wouldn't have had to do their job. Right. That's the way I look at it.
Right.
And I think this class that I took when I first got to prison is called Breaking Barriers, where you don't blame nobody for your hiccups. You got to learn that. You can't say, oh man, if this would stop right there. I was a freaking problem. Understand me? Because I came from a good family. A family that do anything for me. But I had an independent mind. I always wanted my own. I don't want to have to say, okay, Tanya, can I get $100? Or Mitzi, can I borrow $50? I've never been like that. If I go dead broke today, nobody never know. Because hey, I ain't gonna come say nothing. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go out there and sell my behind on. I'm gonna sell more job. I'm gonna sell more job than I sold when I first started. That's just my motto. And I tell people you got to keep that fire. You got to keep that fire hot. You got to keep it hot. You never get to a point in your freaking life where you say, okay, I done made it. I had a guy. She'd be my witness. Guy just called me. Got a freaking multi-million-dollar freaking landscape company up in Kissimmee. He
Mhm.
called little old me. Huh? You heard him on she saw him on the phone. Am I lying? Hey, he called me. He said, hey, give me a price on this. Did I call him? But that just goes to show you how God put people in your path
Mhm.
to help you black behind out. And
Yes.
you got to take notice and say, okay, and give thanks. Okay, so we leave you a little bit. We're gonna go back to when it's time to meet Cynthia,
And Bruce.
Bruce, and Maureen. They set everything up. So guess where we met at?
What I met?
Downtown, Lake Eola.
Oh, Lake
Yeah,
Yola.
some nice freaking bar. I don't even know the bar name. I ain't been back to that thing since.
Uh-huh.
But this song was so elegant. You know, you could feel it and just you know, on the chocolate in there.
And you chocolate.
Yeah.
Extra chocolate.
I'm the only chocolate in there. So soon I walk through the door, you know, I'm rolling with Maureen and Bruce. We roll up, you see DA over here, D over there. He said, hey, them all our friends right there. DA, FBI, yeah, everybody there. So we went over there, we finally met. We hugged. She said, hey, James, how you doing? I said, I'm good, sweetheart. How you doing? She said, it's been a long time. I said, yeah, it's been a long time. She said, man, she said, soon they called me and mention you. She said, first thing I did was scream at your mama named Ernestine. She said, boy, your mama love you, but hey, the way the drug war was going at the time, can nobody say, they can cry freaking rip. They weren't gonna bring you home. So that's why I told my mom, I said, man, don't stress, don't sweat it. Just know that I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. I went in the crying, oh, mom, what I'm gonna do? Please call the preacher. I don't do that bullcrap there. Hey, hey. call Reverend Clemmer, call Pastor Baker.
The prayer line.
Yeah.
The prayer line.
Hey, so we went in there. We had a good time. We had a good time, and you know, Bruce became one of my clients, good client. Maureen, we still talk through Facebook. Matter of fact, Alexander, Maureen, I need to pull up on y'all. They read that on Central. I need to pull up on y'all because I'm gonna need some gates soon for my house.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So eventually, he was outdoors.
He was like those came.
Got started
He
in.
was like those came. He was like those came out of. He was like those came out of nowhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now it's went from cutting yards, then you started cutting some kind of way trees got in there.
You know, the way the tree thing went, my dad would tell me. He said, James, cut a tree every week. He said, therefore, that'll help you out on your bills.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, you know, one tree turned into two trees. And then he said, okay. He said, I'm gonna let you know when you're ready. Mm-hmm. So one day my dad he came, he was sitting out there, and, you know, I had to start learning how to climb a little bit. This one white guy, Daniel Jackson. Big shout out to Daniel Jackson, Chain Reaction. Love you, brother. Love you. Kalen Gould, love you, brother. Yeah, that's them Jackson boys up out of Apopka, APK, Boy Scout. You know what it is. So you know, just watching this kid slide through these freaking trees on this freaking rope. You know, nothing mechanical, everything rope. They found and taught him how to do these freaking ropes. Where everybody else got the mechanical stuff. So he taught me that freaking knot. And I would go up there on that knot. I have my ladder. And then all of a sudden, my dad would say one day, now this has been about 12, no, um, probably 8 years ago. 8 to 10 years ago, my daddy came to me. He said, James, he said, find a freaking bucket truck. Find a freaking bucket truck. You know, you know, he might have said a cuss word now, but you know, I don't cuss, so I got to talk like I talk. So he said find a freaking bucket truck, and he said I don't care I don't care if I got to help you. He said, take all your money you got, put it together, and let's go. So the way my dad do things, if he tell you once, he gonna keep telling you every day.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Until you get it. So I didn't need my dad to breathing down my freaking throat every day with that same song. So when he told me to find it, shoot, that bill's coming now. Say, let me put some money together. I know I got some checks coming. So put the money together, and I said, okay. I got on the internet and Googled buckets.
Mm-hmm.
One came up that would fit my budget. It was in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay. Call Dad. I said, Dad, found it. I said, okay. So where's it? Miami. Shoot. He said, I'll be there 6 o'clock in the morning. Let's go. We're gonna put some money on. Let's go and lay our eyes on it. Put some money on. That's the old way. That's the old way they do it.
Mm-hmm.
Where you find it, you peep it out, you go and look at it, then you put some money on it to hold it. So the man wanted 10,000. He said I'd drop it down to 9,500. He said you want to leave some money down on it? I said, yeah, we're gonna leave $1,000 down on it. I said, give us about 2 or 3 days, we're gonna come back the rest of the money. So I think I had to borrow about $2,500 from my daddy. And I had some jobs coming up. I'm like, hey, there ain't no flew no freaking bucket truck. I used to run up on the ladder, rope with a little knot that Daniel Jackson done taught me, slide down the tree. I'm like, man. So and we went out there, did deposit, came back, worked a couple of days, went back down there, paid for the bucket truck. So now, this the kicker right here. You got to drive a truck that go 55 miles an hour, no AC, all the way back down the turnpike. Huh? Is that determination of what? Hey, that song going loop, 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 loop. Hey, if it would have gave me 56, I'd have been going 56, but they had a governor on it. It was only gonna go 55. So doggone, we brought that song by 55 miles an hour, boy. He said, boy, it's gonna take us 4 hours to get back. I said, doggone, once we get back, I said, boy, we're gonna make some freaking money. Hey, still got the same bucket truck in my backyard. Now come by the house, you're gonna see it. Oh, is it back there, baby? Oh, is it back there? It's
How
back there.
many employees do you got right now? Like
Three.
You got 3 employees right now.
Three. Yeah.
Like, what do you see Pugh's outdoor like in the next 5 years? Like, what do you got? What's your vision for that?
We're gonna take it to the next level. We're gonna bust $1 million.
Okay.
If we don't bust it this year, we're gonna bust it next year.
Okay. So you pretty there then.
Hey, when you got the number one sales guy and everything coming together, you heard on the phone what that guy said? He said the job's here. And that what he said? He can't do them all. Mm-hmm. So guess what? When you can't do all the jobs, you call this a reinforcement. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just sub it out. Sub it out. So I'm projecting some strong numbers this year. We in August. What is August?
August.
Okay, we're at the end of August. We're at the end of August. August, September, October, November, December. We got 4 months. So the numbers gonna be strong. They ain't gonna be where I want them to be, but they're gonna be nice. Because see what I do, I run hard the first half of the year. I had to break down and buy some trucks. Break down and buy some trucks. I had to break down and buy some equipment. So they kind of like
put you back a little bit.
Put you back a little bit, but then you got more power to sell now.
Yeah. You can do more.
Quicker.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. If you could do it quicker, get it, and keep moving.
Gotcha. So that's for the sake of time, because I don't want to keep us. I know you got to eat and everything like that. So I got a few more.
Tanya got to eat.
Tanya got to eat too. So make sure Tanya eat. I got a few more questions, but so what keeps you motivated when things get tough? Like, what keeps you like?
I never let it go to my head and say, well, hey, I've made it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, when y'all see me on Facebook going to an island
Mm-hmm.
or a third world country, I kind of put myself in their shoes.
Okay.
Like when you see me going to Haiti,
Columbia.
Colombia,
Uh-huh.
I see how I see they don't have much, but they steady moving. So even when business slow, I learned to keep moving. Don't just sit at home and say, "Oh, woe was me, business slow, ain't gonna be able to pay the payment." See, that's the biggest cause of people not succeeding.
Gotcha.
They worry themselves to death. They doubt themselves.
Okay.
See me, shoot, mount up, doggone, let's go. And if it's super slow and we ain't got nothing on the book, I tell my daughter, I tell my guy, let's just do something around the yard, change some oil, do something. I said the phone gonna ring. By the time we get started, there you go, let's go.
And then I do notice, like, too, like with you, it seems like you have all the equipment that others don't have.
Mm-hmm.
So when they get jobs
Mm-hmm.
that require equipment, they come to you.
Yeah.
And then you be able to.
You got the you got the there's a need. You want to be needed. You want to be needed.
Mm-hmm.
So you put yourself in that position. I always tell people, and my first wife will tell you that this some girl, he'll spend his last dime on a piece of equipment.
Okay.
But you got to think that same piece of equipment, it'll make you money down the line 10, 15 years, maybe 20 years if you push it up.
Okay.
That's just the way you got to. That's just the way you got to set. Whatever mindset you got, that's the way you gonna go. So equipment is my thing. My daughter's is a superb operator, little G. He's learned he can operate pretty good. And I got to teach Mike Brooks how to work the thing too. So
okay.
Once I do that, I'm good because I barely touch the machine because I need to be up there where it's going down. I need to be in the line of fire.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to be in the line of fire because I control the pace. I control the pace from behind the freaking saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now most people know all my lives is I focus on a lot about relationships and things like that. So I just want to touch a quick little bit, like how important is it to have someone who believes in your vision?
Oh, you better have somebody believe in your vision because if they're not pulling for you, they pull against
you. Okay.
Hey, that's a recipe for disaster.
Gotcha.
And you never gonna get. I'm just I'm, don't let me rephrase it. It's not 100% to say that everybody gonna be on the same page,
right?
Because
everybody got they doing their own thing too. They're two individuals.
Exactly.
So you got aspirations and dreams. I'm quite sure they may have aspirations and dreams.
Yes.
But then you got to be able to adapt to each other. So cool. And like running a business, it takes a lot of energy, right?
A lot of energy.
How do you make sure relationship still gets the attention that it deserves?
Oh, you got.
How do you balance it?
You got to do stuff. You got to do stuff. You got to always know that you got to do stuff. Weekend, vacation. Me, I like. That's the only time I get some rest. If I stay around,
if you get away, that's when you'll get rest. You stay around here, no rest. Okay.
Hey, that freaking phone gonna ring, guaranteed. It's gonna ring because I pray for it to ring. You pray hard, you get results.
Gotcha.
Right, Mister?
So I know you mentioned that you've been married once before, just once. Okay, so is there plans for number two?
Could be. You never say no. If God meant for something to be, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be.
Okay.
One thing she can tell you. I want to twist the arm, Bill.
They want to know who in the
And they
audience.
want to say, who that is laughing back
We
there?
got a dog. I got my you know how I send me your hard headed dog pound over there.
Yeah,
I have a cheering section over here. A cheering section over here.
yeah.
So I gotta ask. So like, does your partner get out with you? Do an outdoor work, or is it a solo space? I already know the answer, but I'm gonna go answer.
One thing I can say, she gonna pull up,
Uh,
she gonna get us some lunch, she gonna come out and look
you know,
around.
make sure
Yeah,
everything's
she gonna look
safe.
around, yeah,
Make sure good.
because you know one thing I can say is it's real interesting.
Uh,
It's real interesting. You can actually because we do some diabolical stuff.
okay.
Yeah. Hey, I called her for a phone call today. Did I have time to come down? I didn't have time to come down because this lady wanted her stuff done,
Mm-hmm.
and and I don't want to be on a job for 4 or 5 hours,
Right.
bull job and run.
Okay.
So I was already tied up at a client house. She was talking, and then the lady across the street was talking. But at the same time, the lady across the street was somebody that hadn't paid her full bill.
Oh.
But when she saw that little blue car pull up, oh, I'm going there right now. Hey, hey, Missy, Missy, Missy. She said I'm going in here right now. So she sent me a text. She said, because she called me 2 weeks ago. Asking me what the balance was. I don't know no balance from a year ago. I don't know no balance from a year ago.
Right.
So I just threw a number out there. I said, what is $500-600? So she said, no, I think it's more like $400. So I said, okay. I said, man, whatever. I said, whatever you say it is, that's what
That's what it is.
So when she saw that little blue cup pull up, I rolled the window down. I said, hey. She looked. She looked like she had the song go. She said, oh, bag up right here, bag up. Hey, that's another thing I tell you. I'm not greedy for money. I don't hound the people. So when she saw me pull up because I was going to do an estimate right across the street from her house.
Okay.
She came out there and said, "Hey, I'm going to send you $200 right now." I said, "Well," I said, "Thank you, Jesus."
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That's some of that light bill money.
Just on that light, and light bill's high right about now, right? Ooh.
Man, hey, you gotta have the AC.
You got to run it. You got to run it.
You gotta have the AC. You sit there trying to be cheap and you want to. Oh, I want my light bill to go up. You're gonna burn up.
You're gonna burn up.
Yeah.
You can't do it anyway. It's just can't do it. So like, what advice would you give to someone who feels stuck or like they can't change their life? Like
Uh, what advice would I give to somebody that feel like
they're
this?
stuck, like somebody like in your situation that's been because it's
Stagnated.
like yeah, and it's hard too. Like when you've made mistakes, you've been to prison. Okay, so now you know you can't really hard to get a job.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like all they got is to go back to the streets. I know that
Mm-hmm.
you had mentioned to me when I was talking to you on the phone that you want to tell young people. You go ahead and say what you were telling me.
Okay. Basically, my thing is, I tell you, uh, you can come out here and give it a chance, or you can go in there and work for free. I'd rather fight on the outside than to go in there and be fighting and be calling somebody, saying, "Hey, can you send me $20?" Matter of fact, perfect example. Yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
I get 4 or 5 phone calls from the freaking jailhouse. Now, all the while this guy out here, he never said, "Well, Jay, I'm gonna pull up on you and give you $500. I'm gonna give you $100. I'm gonna give you this that." But he want to call me. He ain't asking for $25. He said, "Man, send me $100." I'm like, boy, you must don't know. Hey, you got Trump in the freaking White House. You got Trump in the freaking White House. That's all acting a fool. And people don't know whether they want to spend the money they want to hold on to. Because every time he talk, they hold it tight.
Mm-hmm.
But then they know they need to get this stuff done.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. But my what I would tell anybody in business, if you feel like you have plateaued, got to a point where you don't think you can go no further, or if you just not trying to start off in business, my motto is just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. One day that door gonna open up, and you're gonna be like, man, I'm glad I made that decision. Simple as that. And I do it every morning. basically I start my business off at zero.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I put gas money in my pocket, I say, okay, this is what I got. My crew gonna cost me this. My gas, my food gonna cost me this.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go out there and make that.
Okay.
Then you got to make a profit on top of it.
On top of that.
You got to make a profit on top of it. So you don't want your profit and the money that you got to spend to be the same.
Okay.
It has to be great.
It's gotta be better. Yeah.
Got to be
And
great.
just
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know, it ain't like I'm going to clock in at a job where okay, everything on them.
Right.
See, everything on me.
Do.
Yeah, everything on me.
Right.
You know, we got 2 trucks and equipment, so that's $200 right there.
Gotcha.
Just about gas to get to a job.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I almost forgot, but I didn't put it on my notes, some of that I remember it. What are you into, like trading or
Yeah,
something?
I'm in the crypto.
Okay,
I'm in the crypto.
talk about that a little bit. Like, what exactly? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like,
Okay.
explain, explain,
Okay.
like, what
Okay.
I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I don't know what it is, but I know it's something I probably won't know about. So, now, what is it?
You better learn. You better learn. Okay. She asked me about trading. Big shout out to Scatman. Big shout out to my boys up in Justin who put me into the stock game. You know, I know my mama got tired of me worrying her about this doggone stock bull crap. Hey, well, hey, that's what got me where I'm at today. But a couple years back, Scatman pulled up on me. He said, "Hey, give me that phone."
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Yeah, gave him the phone. He said, "How much can I spend?" I said, $1,000. So he
Mm-hmm.
got me in, and we ran that song on a couple years back. So ever since then, I've been in it, and you know, I'm forever trade. I think I woke up this morning and did a freaking trade. Yeah, I wake up in the middle of the night because I like to trade crypto. They run all night.
Okay.
So I wake up in the middle of the night and see if you see me over there on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know that don't light a light will wake anybody up.
That light,
You know,
right?
hey, the puppy, they wake up. I'm like, hey, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. I'm trying to make some money. So I tell any and everybody, I don't care if you start with $100,
Mm-hmm.
$50.
Mm-hmm.
Just put something up every week because you know it's a reason why I tell you I ain't got nobody I can call and say, well, hey, I need to borrow this. I need to borrow that. So I need to have something set up just in case. You know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that didn't answer my question. Because I really want to know. Like, I know I don't understand. And I need to understand.
Okay,
I need to make some money here.
Okay. Basically,
so it's like, okay, let's say I take $50. I'm doing what with the $50?
Okay. Take your $50, open up your Robinhood account.
A Robinhood account.
Yeah, open up your Robinhood account.
Okay.
And every time you get paid, you put $50 in there.
Just open up the account and then you start building the account.
Yeah, start building the account.
Building the account. Yeah. I mean, I ain't doing that right now.
No.
Building up my account.
And once you get about $200,
Uh-huh.
you can always ask for advice. You can hit me up, say, hey, what stock would you recommend?
Okay.
So I got a lot of people call me and I recommend different stocks too. Something gonna make some money.
Okay.
You know, I ain't gonna tell nobody to go out there and buy freaking Bitcoin at $118.
Okay.
So you gonna get Smitty. Your money gonna never move.
Okay.
Yeah. So I try to tell people invest in penny stocks. Get the penny stocks. So your money will go a lot further. You know, 20, 30,000 shares look way better than one share.
Okay.
See, a lot of people think, oh, I got one share, this right here, I'm in the market. No, you standing still. You standing still. So what I did, I put aside money, and you know, I lost a lot of money now with that freaking crypto. You know, sometimes
it's a gamble.
Yeah, hey, sometimes like let's say I'm gonna run off. No, crypto is it's a volatile stock that trades constantly, 24 hours a day, nonstop. You could wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. You trade. If you see it's down, you know my motto is buy low, sell high. I missed the freaking trade today when I was up there cutting that freaking tree. I'm like, shoot, I could have took that $500.
Oh, so you have to kind of watch it enough to know when to.
Sometime, but you know, I got one that's pretty stable, and I've been on it for a few months, so I know how far to go down and how far to go up now. If I wake up in the morning and that something gonna ran over about 65 cents, 75 cents,
Mm-hmm.
and my money in the green,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take that money at the green. You know,
Okay.
you want to always pull your profit.
See. I would probably for me seriously because I'm really not. It's like I ain't never been like a chance taker or whatever. But I would give somebody because I'm too scared.
Don't think
I'm
like
too
that.
scared. Like I don't know what to do. I have to like maybe I got to play.
Yeah.
Somebody I trust. You know what I'm saying? Maybe don't even do that.
No,
Handle your own stuff.
Handle your own. Hey,
Handle your own stuff.
You know, tell people right there, this thing right here, you got it in your hand anyway.
You got it in your hand anyway.
So, you know, yeah.
Instead of looking at Facebook, she said, look at the
hey, Miss it. At the minimum, I can sit on this song and make $200-300 just sit home. At the minimum.
Mm-hmm. So when I make that, I can pull it out.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah, you have to know when to take it out. You got to know, like when it get up. Okay, say I got the 500. Okay, you may want to go in and take that out at that point, or you can leave it in there and they're gonna get more. It's gambling. It's a gamble.
It's a gamble, but
do what Tori just said.
And you know, I went to Arizona. I went to Arizona to classes. I took courses. I did this. You know, people promise you this, but hey, believe in yourself.
Gamble on you. Take the chance on you.
Believe in yourself. You know, I was part of a team. I'm not going to disclose the team name. None of that bullcrap there. Hey, big shout out to y'all. Hey, I told them, you know, blessings upon you. You know, that team thing is just not for me. So me as an individual, I'd rather sit there and run my own numbers up.
And just remember what you do.
Yeah.
And you got to worry about what everybody else that's tagging along. Like, so now all you got to do is worry about you.
Yes. And, you know,
I get it.
You know, I done probably been in probably about 4 or 5 MLM.
I ain't gonna act like I know what that means. What is MLM?
Multi-level marketing.
Okay. I ain't gonna play with you. I ain't gonna act like, oh, okay. Like, and then I don't even know what that means. MLM. Okay, what is that?
I done been in a lot of them. You know, shout out to all my people out there that's in it. Hey, y'all know I'm always here for you. But you know, I have to do my own thing. Okay. You know, that's the only way I can see success instead of me trying to you know, I would hate to call it a pyramid, but you gotta always realize if it's a man on top and everything about trickle down through a tree, it's a pyramid.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a pyramid. So what I do my own thing. I ain't gotta pay nobody no monthly fee for them to try to guide me. I'm gonna get up. See this phone right here? It's in my head at least 4 or 5 hours a day. So guess what? Hey, you better put your Robin Hood on your freaking phone and figure it out. You got questions, I got answers. I can lead you the right way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So before we close, if anybody that's watching, y'all got anything that y'all want to ask James, put it in the comments. I'm gonna still talk a few minutes about some other stuff, but go ahead and put your comments in if you want to ask questions. If you got questions about anything. What else did we miss? That you are a jack of all trades, man. You know how to do some of everything. Is there anything that we missed? that you do that we missed anything?
Hey, you better be a jack of all trades. Like I told you, I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Hey, when my phone rings, I want somebody to say, well, hey, I need you to do this. Matter of fact, my phone rang at like 6:30 this morning. At 6:30 this morning, from down here, Main City.
You don't want to say the name. But what they call me at 6:30 for? What they needed?
Hey. One thing I can say. When I go out there walk my puppies at 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning, because when my daughter come home, well, they're gonna raise all kind of freaking sand. So guess what? I got to go and get on up because all 3 of them up now.
Oh, okay.
So I can go out there. I go and say my prayers and all that. The next thing you know, when I wake up in the morning at 6:30, the freaking phone ringing. He said, "Man, I need my concrete man." I said, "Shoot, boy, what you got?" That's all I said. What you got? I said, "Boy, hey, you know this weekend already laid out though." He said, "It ain't gotta be this weekend. I just want to get you lined up." So hey, you pray hard for the blessing, they gonna come.
Okay.
See the people that in the freaking cotton field, they were praying, they were chanting them songs and chants, and
Mhm.
they were chanting for a reason. They wanted to get up out the freaking cotton field. That's just like in the orange grove.
Yeah.
The people were singing and hooting and hollering. They wanted to get up out the freaking orange grove. And when I got up out that, when I got up out that orange grove, I said, "Boy, never want to go back. I shovel poop before I go back to the orange grove."
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I've never experienced it. I never had to
Well,
be
since
in
I'm here,
a
I'm gonna type my question, but since I'm here. So would you say, going into the federal, would you say that was a big help? I know it was on a bad term, but was that a big help
It was a
in
blessing.
your life?
It was a blessing in disguise.
So her question was, if you guys, so she knows the mic, if you heard it, she was asking James if by him going to the federal prison, was that a help? Was and he said it was a blessing.
It was a blessing. It was a blessing in disguise because the stuff I learned being in a situation and trying to wiggle out and becoming a man, kind of like I grew up in it.
Mm.
But I didn't wanna um, come back with the bad traits. Like people come back with they want to be a tough guy, they want to be this. I want to be smart. That's all I want to be. I just want to be smart. I want to be smart. I want to be humble. I ain't gonna raise. I don't raise no sand.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't raise no sand. You won't even know I'm in all that though. Unless you just hit me on Facebook, say, "Hey, we here. It's go time now."
Tanya Parker Williams did say, thanks for being a positive role model for other men and your willingness to share your testimony.
No
So
problem.
definitely,
No problem. No problem.
um,
Thank you, sis.
definitely.
It's James. His mama named him
That sounds like
James.
an inside type of thing. That sounds like an inside type of thing, right? Yeah, for sure. Oh, yes, I want to ask you too. You know how you have nicknames like you Jet. Do people still call you that, or do you have you left Jet behind?
Some of my older people. Big shout out to Mike Williams, welcome home, brother. He called me that, but since Pearl made the song James, so he called me James now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's where you
okay.
get that from. Yeah, you do say, you do say that.
Yeah. Yeah. So still have a lot of people. I don't try to cover that up because that's been my dad's nickname ever since he been.
So is your dad nickname too?
Yeah, that's his
Oh,
nickname.
okay.
So I got the
The
nickname.
people that know it know it, and people that
Yes.
so whoever know it, that's it. Whoever know it know it, but
Yes.
you no longer that.
But everybody in Orlando they call me Pugh or James or the Beaver. Just they don't. A lot of them don't know that name.
Gotcha.
A lot of them don't know that name, but hey, we all got nicknames. You probably got a nickname if you're from the hood. Everybody from the hood got a nickname.
Oh, so that's the name of the song. She's in love with James. Oh, I didn't hear that. I never heard it.
Yeah, he was singing that song. And when I walked through the door, he said, James. Yeah.
So I didn't see questions. People just did, some comments or whatever. So what is your closing? What do you want to leave people with? What do you want to leave with your testimony, your story? How do you think that's going to resonate or that you can help? Roderick Lomax on here too. I love Big Cuz. Thank you for everything, Roderick Lomax.
Love you, cuz. You know what it is. You already know what it is. I'm always a phone call away, brother. Always. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right here.
Mm-hmm.
I try to motivate people in the right way. A person call me with problems. I'm gonna be trying to find a solution.
Mm-hmm.
Be trying to find a solution, even when these young generation they get into it, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
I hit them up. They gonna talk to them.
Okay.
So
you're on.
Yeah, I'm on.
You're
I'm
on.
on.
Okay. Okay.
They gonna talk because I'm talking with sense. I ain't trying to say, well, go out there and do this. You don't do that.
Gotcha.
You don't do that. situation happened a few months ago. I called my nephew. First thing I say, hey, don't go to jail, boy.
Uh-huh.
Like, when I tell them that, then they think, okay, Uncle called me. I know he done heard. They know I'll be done heard. They ain't gotta call me. I hear everything. But my main thing is to tell you, don't get yourself in no trouble. And that's what I do.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to see nobody lose. You know, I'm the type of person I don't like to keep starting over. And
Mhm.
that's what that jail cycle will do to you. You see people go to jail. Oh man, I've been in jail 5, 6 times. Every time you go, you got to
As if,
start
as
like,
if
oh,
it's proud.
yeah, no, no,
Like, it's something to
no,
be
no, no.
proud of,
Hey, hey, leave me at the house. I'm good. Like I tell you, I ain't nowhere raised no freaking saying. Huh? Hey, I tell it quick. You won. You good. You won. I'm good.
Gotcha.
Life is all about respect. Yeah, life is all about respect. And you know how dangerous Orlando is. Haines City kind of laid back,
Mhm.
but Orlando,
Fast.
sometimes you got to be on your P's and Q's. That's just like I tell my baby sometimes. You jump out for that big old pocket look.
Got that big body. Don't get robbed
Hey,
now.
hey, mister, they be hit me in my head.
They gotta take you out first now. They gotta take you out first. And you ain't even got nobody. They gotta take you out first though.
Because I'm gonna tell you like this right here. I had a partner. I
Mhm.
told him the same thing. Every time you see him, he got a pocket full, got a wad like this right here.
Mhm.
So he got to pull it out.
That just burns me up. I can't
I'm
stand
like,
it. I hate it.
I said, brother,
I hate it.
hey,
That's what I do.
hey, mister. And he was my driver when my daughter was at Daytona. Every Friday he would go and pick her up, and he would take her back on Sundays. Yeah. Hey, and I told her, I said, man, you can't be running around here like that, right there. Got it. Got it. It hurt. It hurt me. It hurt me to my heart.
Mhm.
And yeah, they killed him.
Oh no.
Killed him. Yeah. A girl said him. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
So hey, when it came time for me to tell my daughter, because she wondered why I started to come pick her up. So one day I just had to break down. Say, hey, check this out. I got something to tell you. I was at my old house. They got something to tell you. She said, what? Dad, come on, tell me. I said, hey, dog ain't with us no more. She said, she tell me, what happened? I said, hey, he shot dog.
Mm-mm-mm.
He shot dog. She said, man, Dad. She said, she always with me. So sometimes, yeah,
I'm glad. How did she start working with you?
she was always with me. So, she just jump on stuff and just go. Sure, one time she kind of like me.
Okay.
Yeah, you sure one time they got. So, she was so close to Doggy, and she said, man, Dad, you always tell him, stop pulling out your freaking money.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you come up. Tell these guys they be on the internet, they be wanting to show the little money, this and that. Somebody could be that gave me $20,000. I ain't gonna be on here telling me, oh, I got this, got that, man. You see me, this all I got, this me.
Mm-hmm.
This me. I got the car. Yeah, I got the car. So if they hit me in the head, they get them by the car. It ain't gonna go number so far. Want to cut it off.
Well, they cut it off.
Yeah, want to cut it off. That's it.
All right. But it's been great. It's been enlightening. I've learned a lot. And I don't know you personally. So it's been a great, you hear a story like, okay, this stuff's interesting. I was like, let me see what because I was looking for people that's got a great story and that can encourage somebody. It's made changes and, doing things for the better.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I really like to I started a new thing that I'm doing now. Like, I just want to show our Black men in positive light.
Mhm.
So I'm getting a lot of black men to come on and tell their story. So we can see the positivity, that we can see good, because we hear so much bad, and we got a lot of good, a little, a lot of good black guys
Mhm.
that are that's doing great stuff in our local town, in Polk County. Like we don't have to look way far away. There's a lot of great guys right here in what we can see and we know every day. You know what I'm saying? That's doing great things. So I just want to give my flowers, like, hey, you're doing a great job, keep it up,
Mhm.
and
You know, when you saw Roger Lomax come on there,
uh-huh.
uh, uh, he was inspired by me. He said like he was inspired by me. I told him, I've been independent for the last 24 years,
Mm-hmm.
and he was working a job, and all of a sudden, I am giving him a truck. He'll turn it to a barbecue truck.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he been doing the dinners at his house,
Mm-hmm.
and we the other day was the first time we pulled up on him after the funeral, Saturday. So his daughter, she never knew who I was. I said, "You don't know who I am?" She said, "No." Like his mama chit chat me the whole time saying, "Cuz, cuz, cuz," and she went on her grandma saying, "Cuz." So I said, "Peek around the corner and look at that truck your daddy got in the backyard and tell me what to say." So she
Mm-hmm.
she looked around there. She said, "It said Pugh's Outdoors." I said, "Well, hey, that's me." She said, "Oh snap!" She said, "You is it, cousin?" So big shout out to Rob. My brother, he's independent. He's cooking them dinners up there Friday, Saturday. Hey, y'all stop by, shop with him.
Cool, cool. All right, guys. So I'm gonna do my closing. I'm gonna thank you so much for sharing your powerful story and wisdom with us today. I know your journey will inspire so many people. And just to believe in second chance and push through their own obstacles. To everyone watching, make sure that you connect with James and support Fuse Outdoors. And let me drop his information, the number. It's okay. I'm gonna put your number in the chat. Drop it right there. So if you guys need any kind of outdoor work, it don't matter what it is, he can do it. He can do it almost everything. Y'all want some soul, some clothes on, oh irrigation, yeah, all of that come with all of that there.
Everything do AC? Actually.
No AC.
I got a good guy. Got a good guy. I had to get him on the phone today because we got a job for him. But he had his phone on D&D because he's stuck on a job. I guess he down in Lake Placid. I told him, I said, "Hey, dog, you need to get these people some numbers. If I done did all the leg work for you, get these people numbers. They gotta have a number when they go to the table on Friday. Give them numbers. You got the job. Yeah, you ain't gotta be running away down Lake Placid. Yeah,
I dropped your Choose Outdoors. I dropped your phone number in there. So guys, reach out, support.
I'm here, y'all.
Definitely support.
Yeah, I'm here.
So cool, guys. So this has been another episode of the Glow Factor, where we shine a light on real stories, real struggles, and real success. Until next time, guys, keep believing, keep pushing, and keep glowing. So thank you, James. It has been it's been awesome.
Anytime.
All right, you guys. See you guys next week. I got another special guest next week, so make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be another great episode. Have a good night. All right.